Yeah, no, we had a good back and forth. I think it was respectful. One thing that I just really like, for example, I have a lot of the Saints come to the house, and my old lady will be moving around. She not obviously not kicking it, but making sure that the drinks are filled up, bringing the food, and coming and leaving. And one thing she always says about the guy, she's like, "Damn," because we have the lady Saints as well, and they have their meetings, they do their thing. She says, "Damn, like y'all are so civilized, like y'all don't never talk over each other. Like y'all be having casual conversation talking about I yield the floor." She'd be like, "Man, I just love to see how you guys operate as men." She'd be like, "The girls, we're respectful, but we just a little more messy with it." And that honors me. You know what I'm saying? Like that honors me for my old lady to look at me and see like how men conduct themselves with discipline and strength. And so I expect that as a level for black men, because we can't say we're the best if we ain't showing it. Like that's why when people like Marquette, like niggas a DM me all the time, like I got a genius idea for you. I'm like, but you broke. Like you ain't got it. Like you can't be a genius. How you broke? Mm-hmm. Which is to say, like whatever you say you are, you need to show me something. We can't say we're the best unless we demonstrate it. So I expect that when people watch us engage, they're like, damn, those men are civilized men. And I think Sweetie may have seen me crash out a few times, but as I said, like if I'm talking, like for example, just Pearly things, I wasn't gonna crash out on her. I was just gonna do her dirty with the logic. But I damn sure ain't gonna talk to just Pearly things with the level of respect that I talk to Aisha or Bo or Miss Pearl. No, because she's on the other side, and I'm not gonna ever get that confused. Like when I say I esteem and respect good people or black people, it's a fact, and you'll see the difference in the way that I conduct myself. That's why it hurts if I'm dealing with another black person and I think we're in the same group and they're not treating me with regard, because then it's like, well, how are you going to have this narrative of like white folks do you wrong, but black folks do you wrong too? So we just have to be like really live it out. That's all I'm saying, with no excuses on it.
I don't even keep up with the problem. I didn't know y'all had beef.
I've never seen you crash out, Saint. In the few shows,
I appreciate
shows that I've watched, I've never seen you crash out.
That's good.
I see you
go crash hard. Out, I don't mean go hard on somebody or tear them a new one with logic and facts, and I don't mean like that. A lot of people like to call that. I mean crashing out where, say for instance, kind of like if me and Law going back and forth and he talking and I'm talking, I'm like, and we sound like I know you is, but your mom, you know what I mean? That type of crash out, or you yelling, or you cussing people out.
I try not to. Just no need to get to the sweating point. Yeah, it's not necessary.
So yeah, I don't think you would have cussed Pearl out, but you definitely would have.
No, I wouldn't cuss. There's no need, because that's not going to look good for the clips. You hear me? That's what playing for the narrative. So I got to keep it a certain way.
Yeah. Did y'all notice how she would not even respond, like hardly respond to me? Like she didn't react to me. She didn't respond. She didn't interrupt me not one time.
Damn.
She never. And then when she did respond, it was so. And then she just really didn't have nothing to say. She did not.
What were you saying? What were you saying?
Well, when I addressed her directly, I wanted her to explain to me, because she keeps bringing up the crime rate. And I'm like, cool. But can you make sense of the arrests, the convictions, and the exoneration rates? Like, I want you to make sense of that. Mm-hmm. And she didn't have anything to say.
Well, she wasn't going to say nothing about it. I gave her specific numbers.
Yeah, Trev gave her specific.
So I wanted to see if she was going to try to refute it.
Yeah.
She wasn't ready to do that, because I don't just ask Google for statistics. I dig in. Pause.
Yeah. Now I know that though all of those numbers are different, and all of them, like, you have to do the math on all of those numbers in order to really get the true.
You need math equations. Right. Right. No, for real. I had to do math because those statistics aren't listed. You have to figure out how many people are in the United States and compare those to what the percentage rate of this is. So you have to form an equation. Most people aren't that good at math. They could just call Google real quick or chat GPT.
And so I knew that she was just using that as a convenient talking point, and nobody's going to refute it because she has a number. Right. But I'm like, make sense of all of this. But then when me and Sweeney was talking, and he was like, she got demonetized, and she used to, mess with black people. I was like, oh, so she used to be in community with us, supposedly, and then you turned on us because you got demonetized, and now you're trying to make a quick buck off of us again, but on the other side. And so that's why I was like, I posed that to her. I was like, oh, so when you got demonetized, you
so to be fair, inaccurate. She was already on that before she went downhill. She brought Nick Fuentes on her while she still had black employees. So it wasn't that cause and effect. She was already off that in front of black people, which you could say is better or worse.
Okay.
That's right? Cold right there.
She was not. She got demonetized shortly after bringing Nick Fuentes onto her show. After she brought Nick Fuentes onto her show, you started to see all the black people that used to work with her turn on her. Like they all came out with their own shows and they all spoke on the background and how it was working with Pearl and yada yada yada. And then of course it became the cool thing because MAGA was real popular at the time. Trump was well on his way into office, so she decided to pivot to the more conservative, racist talking points. And of course, at this time, it's very popular to pick on black people, and that's what Saint spoke to it. It's a very popular thing to do right now, and this atmosphere currently is very popular to talk about having black fatigue. Very popular to talk about what's going on in the black community. As a matter of fact, they just found out that there's a bunch of bots out there that purposely shit on the black community. They just found all this out on Twitter. Elon Musk pulled the mask back on everybody and found out that. So
on accident, low key. Let me ask you a question, Sweeney. I think we might be able to vibe on this one. We talking about women. We ain't gonna vibe at all, but I got one for you.
Oh, we'll vibe on women too.
Hell nah, bro. You letting them run too much program.
I guarantee you.
But
we agree on more about women than we disagree. But go ahead.
I'm wondering, bro. But we can talk about that offline.
Right.
So you ever see how on social media or on the news they have all these like white nationalist marches and they're doing all these protests and they got their mask on and what have you? You've been seeing this, right?
Yeah. My fault.
I'm gonna have to have that Aisha conversation with you, but
I figured I shook my head, but I guess
I'm messing with you. So what I'm wondering now though is like, where's the other side? Like you don't see like black nationalists protests, you don't see black men marching. The only thing I've seen even close to that, and shout out to the Hebrew Israelites because I be getting at them hella foul, but shout out to them. They're the only group of black people that I think they have Latinos as well. But they're the only group of mostly black people that actually organize and show up with a strong presence, which would allow us to combat that. Because what we think is trendy to have anti-black content, it's not trendy. They're organizing. Like they got all these people organized. And so if you think the police are going to support you, the police are going to support you just as much as ICE support the Latinos. So the question is like, how much are we organized on ground? And why haven't we been seeing it beyond the Hebrew Israelites and the saints? I yield the floor to you.
Well, I will argue that, to be fair, I will argue that Black Lives Matter took a lot of the air out ourselves.
Okay, I'm listening.
So if you think about how the movement started, there was a lot of support behind it. But then
a lot of money.
A lot of the grassroots members of Black Lives Matter mysteriously started showing up unalived, and then they took the teeth out of the movement because you build a movement on the bodies of black men, and then you pivot the movement to represent everything but black men. So you lost the grassroots of it. Then you pivoted, you collected all the money, and then come to find out there may have been some nefarious things going on with the money. So
every time.
I believe that when it comes, that was a huge setback for us, where it took a lot of the wind out of the sail, because that's a lot of us hitched our ride to Black Lives Matter, like hitched our cars to Black Lives Matter, And
yeah, I wasn't one of them, but go ahead.
But no, I'm just saying, socially, that's where you've seen most of our social capital pumping itself.
Yeah, absolutely. Ball players,
then,
yep.
And then next thing you know, bam, they find out some bullshit was going on, and now you don't took the wind out of the sails. So now it's not. I would say that was a fever pitch moment. I don't know if I'm using the right word for that. A fever pitch moment, and I think we squandered it.
Okay.